There's a divide between two types of horror fans. Type number one, the ones that hate that they teased an almost entire kill in the new Final Destination trailer. And then type number two, like me, who thinks it was an absolutely genius idea. We're in a strange time for film, right? Everything is overanalyzed, it's all broken down. It's interesting when you give so little and you can make so much fun in searching for the details that are always hidden. So why would they give us an entire kill or an almost entire kill before the film even released? Because we wanted them to, subconsciously. There's a new installment to a loved horror franchise that primarily focuses on the worry of the worst happening, the anxiety of the unexpected, playing on Murphy's Law, right? Anything bad that could happen will happen. All you have to do is look at the message behind the film franchise's premise alone. Its entire gripping element is that its terrifying concept that death has a design, like a force that isn't possibly beaten. And the sequels always show that. Through unpredictable scenarios, there's no villain like Michael Myers who you can fight or you can apprehend, because everything around you and life that's meant to be lived in hope of longevity is challenged. Everything is a death trap. Every living thing has its fate. It has a beginning, it has an end. So what did they lose by spoiling one of them? What they got out of it was a successful hook. A franchise that solely works on the fear of knowing exactly what's coming, that's a genius marketing move. It plays on the inevitability of the franchise's core premise. You know it's going to happen and you have no power to stop it. And by showing us so much before we even see the beginning of the film, alludes to the reality that we haven't seen so much bigger. And you can't tell me it's no coincidence that in the age of movie critics and movie fans alike hating the story revealing elements of trailers, and then they go ahead and flip that, showing us exactly what style they're going for. Plagued by violent reoccurring nightmares, college student Stephanie heads home to track down the one person who might be able to break the cycle and save her family from the grisly demise that inevitably awaits them all. It's said with the little news we have of what's awaiting us in the new installment that Tony Todd had reprised his role before his untimely passing, which I'm very excited for, but the plot details, they're scantily at the least. The film's antagonist, Death, made it quite unique. Again, no specific person to fight, and predicting what can happen is next to impossible. It's expected to be a beautifully shot cosmic thriller, and I myself am all for it. Directed by Zach Lipovsky and Adam Stein, writing credits by Guy Busick and Laurie Evans-Taylor. Franchise creator Jeffrey Reddick, the man who wrote the original screenplay, was kept in the loop through the production of the new installment and claims this new sequel will shake up the formula, ending with "This is one true Final Destination movie, but it doesn't follow that kind of formula that we've already established." Clarifying, just as she's about to leave home for college, 18-year-old Stephanie, who's been having horrific nightmares about dying in a tower accident in the 1960s, discovers that her dream is actually a premonition that happened to her grandmother Esther, who thwarted death 50 years ago, but is now running out of time. Stephanie learns that though her grandmother thwarted death until she died in her 80s, death has been going after the who would have been victims of that long ago catastrophe, killing them all off and going after the children. Stephanie and her family realize that their bloodline isn't safe from death, who will take them violently, gruesomely, in order unless someone like Stephanie figures out a way to stop it. It seems very tactful in how it isn't forgiving the bloodline. Ah, yes, that makes sense. The movie is called Bloodlines, and it just now occurred to me. Some movie analyst I am. But an interesting tidbit is that John Watts, the director of Spider-Man Homecoming, Far From Home and No Way Home, is producing the movie. And if you have any worries of directorial fit, do not, as Lebowski and Stein beat out 200 other candidates for the directing job. And if the rest of the movie is anything like the trailer, I have no doubt of this film being shot with extreme delicacy. In other words, it looks fantastic. I am excited. I will be seated. Let me know what you think down below. We can officially be excited, yeah?